has certainly a very complex understanding of StarCraft. It just comes down to execution and, you know, what the other person is doing, right? Because we can all have great ideas, great build orders, and then someone sends a Reaper our way, and we proceed to get supply blocked and still bank 1,000 minerals and all that good stuff. So that is usually more of the question. Also worth noting, as we get into the first game of the last series of the day, Zoun did say that he was a bit nervous for the matchup. So let's see how it goes on Moondance. Top left is the purple Terran. It is special.
And his opponent, spawning down on the bottom right for Alpha X. It is the yellow Protoss player, Zoun. Funny little move out of Zoun, by the way. He goes for an uber fast probe and forces SpeCial to build the barracks out of position. Not a big deal, but it's a bit of a nuisance, and it shows that he wants to kind of take control of things from a very early standpoint. And, all right, I'm on board. Cool. I don't think it's, you know, I don't think it's too earth-shattering, but it is neat to see that he's kind of picked up some of the habits of the Korean Protosses, such as Zest. He was doing this a lot. Hero loves doing this as well. It's neat to see.
Yeah. Yeah. It's very, very annoying play.
Yes.
Double gas from SpeCial. He's so difficult to tell what's going on. So if the probe could just stay forever, that'd be great, but obviously the Reaper's going to send it packing.
Send it straight to the Shadow Realm. Probe.
Yes, exactly.
I'm trying to set up like a Yu-Gi voice, like a Yu-Gi-Oh voice. I summon Pot of Greed. Nah, I got nothing. Yeah, no, we're going to be seeing SpeCial. He loves these two gas openers because they give him so many options heading into the mid-game. They let him do weird things. And he's always been a fan of making the game weird. You mentioned he has amazing theory when it comes to StarCraft 2. I feel like the term we used to use all the time was he's a student of the game. I feel like even in professional sports, that's one that gets thrown out all the time, is like, oh, well, this player's amazing at baseball. He's a real student of the game. I guess it did.
Dude, I didn't realize that the guy who voiced the stereotypical rich white person in Futurama was here casting with us.
Yeah.
That was freaking perfect, man.
What can I say?
It's almost a Nick Cage type of situation. What was that just rolled across all of Moondance? We got like weird tumbleweed. Man, it's 48. It's 48 series of the 48th series of 48 for the online portion, and we're losing our minds here. SpeCial able to pick off a probe. Good for him, and you know, good for us if we can keep our sanity together for the next couple of minutes.
It's tough, man. It's tough. I think this is the one of the longest days, if not, well, depending on how this game goes, I guess the longest day. But hopefully it is something exciting. Personally, that last PvP and all the probe pulls really reinvigorated me, so I'm back to being excited. After what was actually still a very good TVT, to be honest, as well. There's really no, you know, waiting for the game to end type of games today, which is quite nice. SpeCial's little harassment, it is certainly annoying. That is the best word you can put for it, but it's not doing a whole heck of a lot of damage. Behind this, SpeCial is grabbing, I believe, just the factory and a second barracks, so Starport's going to be further delayed. And Zoun is going into Phoenix. So Phoenix Charge, Phoenix Colossus, we will find out very soon.
Yeah.
Phoenix Charge.
Yeah, I was just going to say, I hope it's Phoenix Charge. They're both valid styles, and they're both very good styles. And Phoenix Colossus probably is even maybe a little bit better on Moondance, but I just love the control you get with Phoenix Charge. And I think against a player like SpeCial, who is so likely to be aggro and try and do something to throw you off your game plan, I love the idea of a style that takes control of the game.
It certainly does that.
Oh.
I'm gonna guess Proxy Gateway more than Hidden Fourth Base.
Oh, but I want the Hidden Nexus so bad.
I know, right?
Don't ruin my dreams. And it looks like they might just be ruined there. We've got the Phoenixes dodging the Widowmine, but they'll see it. I wonder if he actually noticed the thing. He didn't really adjust his pathing. But okay, it looks like he Yeah, he's got to know it's there. He's too good of a player to miss that. And it looks like you are, in fact, right, going to be a proxy pylon. And that's honestly a great way to play. But, man, how dope would that have been if it was a quick force Nexus?
That would have been insanely greedy. I mean, even Nice doesn't do that, I think. And he expands pretty aggressively with Phoenix Charge. So, if it was not for the third coming down on the backside, I might have thrown out the idea of a proxy Nexus, I guess. But, no, it makes so much more sense to get this proxy gateway down. SpeCial, I'm actually really surprised he's moving out right now. I'm not surprised because it seems to be his plan for this map was to line up his build to do this, and that is fair enough. But I really wonder how well it's going to do against Phoenix Charge. Initially, it might look great, but as soon as Zoun gets a second angle of attack and a few more warp-ins, which he can technically do with the help of the proxy pylon, that type of composition gets destroyed by it. Well, the bunkers will certainly help if they actually get up and running.
Yeah, and it's funny, the gateways actually really act against this. I like this, a little addition of a supply depot, but we are going to see a break attempt. Lift on the Phoenixes. Widowmine, I don't even know if it went off. I assume it must have, but it looks like this is going to be a very easy hold for Zoun.
Yes. Yeah.
And we see exactly what... It's funny because I was just kind of putting a word salad together, and Zoun just made me look like a genius. And so did SpeCial. Like, they really worked together to make me look like way smarter than I am, because SpeCial gets aggressive. Zoun has the charge lots and just rolls over the push.
Yeah.
And now it looks like SpeCial is pretty much dead.
He is, yeah. I didn't think it would be that convincing. That's why I kind of went, when he first started to break it, just because it seemed like it was a little light on units, right? But obviously it was very convincing. I think if he had waited for even more zealots, it would have been fine either way, but the bunkers would have finished. So I guess it's maybe more in question. The point is, I think ultimately the style works against what SpeCial does. So that's why I was still surprised that SpeCial committed to it. I mean, did he think that it was maybe going to be Phoenix Colossus? I'm actually not sure what his scouting up until that point had been. GG. So he got the Reapers in, he got the Hellion in, the Reaper died, and that was it for the scouting, right? Because he didn't have any starport for Medivacs or Liberators to get something else in. So he would have seen... he actually would not have been able to see if it's Phoenix Charge or Phoenix Colossus. So he was kind of like hoping 50-50 it was Phoenix Colossus, and then they would have been contained in their own natural. And I could see that getting really complicated really fast. Or did he believe that he was hitting a sharp enough timing that if the bunkers had gotten up, the charge lots would have had too difficult of a time? It's possible, I think.
I think it was kind of hedging his bets and hoping that because it's Moondance, because there's only that one attack point, that his opponent was going for Phoenix Colossus, and he was going to be able to punish that with that big timing. And then I think it was a backup setup when he realized, it's not Phoenix Colossus. And he tried to go for those bunkers. Maybe that was his game plan from the beginning. I don't think we can know for sure. But it feels as though that's the kind of push that is much better against Phoenix Colossus. You got the tanks in a great spot. You've got, the bunkers are still going to do well against Phoenix Colossus. I think you're right on the money, and that he was hoping it was Phoenix Colossus.
Yeah, probably. Well, it certainly did not work out. And now we move on to game 2, Lickety Splits. Bottom left of Tropical, sacrificed now down a game. He is Psystorm Gaming's SpeCial.
And his opponent, spawning up at the top right, just a single map away from making it to the offline finals as our final 12th player. It is Alpha X's Zoun.
I also kind of want to add, just as a tiny little note, I don't think maybe ultimately it would have changed the game because there's just so much potential in the Zealots and the Phoenix. But it would have been kind of funny to see SpeCial not kill the, what was it, Cybernex? No, it was a Gateway, right? In the natural. The one that opened up the door a little bit.
Yeah.
So that there would be the worst choke possible for the Zealots. I wonder if that would have, at the very least, allowed maybe 1 or 2 of the bunkers to finish, and of course more Zealots to die. Much more needless deaths than what ended up being an entirely good break. Speaking of good breaks for Zoun, finds the proxy barracks immediately. Well done.
And this is early enough that he might be able to deny this for just a little bit. We do have SpeCial sending out another SCV quite wisely. So far, not getting the greatest RNG. He's got to cancel it a couple more times. But we got a second probe coming. The first SCV will go down. I mean, I think this barracks completes, but man, oh man, is this already a rough start. And in fact, maybe it doesn't. Uh-oh. Uh-oh.
Oh,
no.
My God. This is game over territory, honestly. It is a drastic difference. It is so playable if you... Okay, he's actually going to finish it, thank goodness. But it is still, the point was, it is so playable if you just kind of abandon ship, right? If it's 10% done and you get scouted and you go, lol, just kidding. It is playable to build it back at home. Still awkward, of course. But when it doesn't complete at all, I mean, you're really quite screwed because it lays a factory. That means there's no pressure on the other side. SpeCial absolutely needed to get another SCV out there. And fortunately, he did it fairly quickly. So let's move on from that point, right? The Zealot that Zoun pumped out is taking, I believe that's the bottom right, taking a long way around looking for perhaps another proxy. And if it doesn't find it, maybe it just goes across the map and starts bothering the supply depots. There is another proxy. Good on Zoun to maybe predict this, but he is not checking exactly the right location.
Yeah, if at first you don't succeed, proxy again. I don't know what the original expression was, but I just put proxy 3 times. The Stargate? Is that what you're oohing? Or is it the...
The potential here, I actually really wonder if SpeCial is going to go for Hellion, or he's going to go for Widow Mines in the main.
I think maybe with an armory, yeah.
I think so. Yeah.
And, yes, proxy armory. Yep. This is very frustrating to deal with. Oh, but Zoun on the scout. Now, if he... Oh, okay. Well, never mind. Even if he finds the armory as well. Jeez. And there's nothing at home to deal with this. The Reapers are aggressive on the other side of the map. This is looking horrifying for SpeCial right now.
Oh, yeah. It's still terrible. I mean, there's a big difference between just, like, not getting your barracks up and running, right? And this. But this is still not good. There's actually nothing you can do. I don't know how you get out of this. I do not know how SpeCial recovers.
No. Yeah, no, me either. He's got a bunch of lost mining time right now on the SCVs repairing the depot. The Phoenixes are going to be able to pop out, and they will be able to take down the Widow Mines. Oh, he let it burrow. Oh, that was actually a really big mistake. I don't think he actually checked the armory.
True, but then again, what is Widow Mine really doing?
It's going to force out an Oracle. Force these units to stay home. Maybe he gets out a second Widow Mine. It complicates what should have been a very simple situation. Oh my god, that supply depot survived at like 2 HP. Oh, hello? Zoun?
Hey, what happened?
Okay. Wait, hang on.
What was the carcass there? So something got destroyed. What was it? And how did it get destroyed? Oh, another Widow Mine. Okay, good.
Oh, okay. Yeah, I was very confused. I just see the Phoenixes moving in a weird way. I got, very confused. Reaper's going to try and come on in. We can see SpeCial is... For a little while, the supplies were kind of even, you know? Wasn't looking too bad on paper if you didn't have any other context in the game. But now we can see the supply difference being realized and why this is such a bad situation. And that was even before the Widow Mines got all picked up. SpeCial's production has effectively been useless for about 2 minutes. Everything that he could have produced off, except for his command center, which, you know, in terms of SCVs is actually fine. But he's got nothing on the map. And these Adepts, I think they're about to maybe punch the ticket for Zoun.
Yeah, I think they might. You are accepted into the circus. Yes, exactly. Oh, boy.
Welcome to the Netherlands. Yeah, there's nothing he can do. He's got nothing on the map, and just like that, GG is called. Zoun will be our final